सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहा त्रिनयना माणिक्यमौली स्फुरत् तारानायकशेखरा स्मितमुखी मापीनवक्षोरुहा पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकम् रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीं सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम् सान्निपातिकज्वर सततज्वर विषमज्वर ग्रह नक्षत्र दोषाञ्चान्या हर हर काली सर सर गौरी गम विद्ये आले माले काले बन्धे भज भज विद्ये मख मख विद्ये नाशय नाशय पापम् हर हर दुःस्वप्नम् विध्वंसय विध्वंसय विघ्नविनाशिनि रजनी सन्ध्ये मुन्दुभिनादे मानस्तोषे मानसवेगे शङ्खिनी चक्रिणी वज्रिणी गदिनी शूलिनी अपमृत्युविनाशिनी विश्वेश्वरी द्राविडी केशवदैते पशुपति सहिते धीममर्दिनि गमनी कामिनी शबरी विराटी वाचक्री ॐ द्रं 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 ॐ द्रं गुरु गुरु
Namaste. Let me restart. Welcome all for this morning session. Today's session for this Global Yoga Festival is on the Vinyasa Yoga by Truptish. He is a very dear friend of mine and I know him from the decades. Truptish is a student of Veda Vijnana Gurukulam from Bangalore, Channanhalli. He has a thorough understanding of the yogic scriptures, Indian philosophy. With that, one of the best part of the Truptish is that he has an excellent practice of his own. He is a very well trained yoga teacher. He has done a PG diploma from the SVyasa and various advanced courses from various institutes throughout the India. Truptish is been training and teaching and mentoring many yoga teachers throughout the world. He has been conducting teachers training program through his own institute called as Oil Yoga. He's a founder of Oil Yoga throughout the Japan, throughout the Bali, France, and Romania, in European countries. And he's been going throughout and teaching and spreading the knowledge of yoga. I welcome Truptish for today's session. Thank you for joining us in Indica.
Thank you.
I request you to please continue the today's session. Before just starting, one thing, if anybody has any questions for the Truptish regarding the practices, you can please mention those questions in our Q&A box, and I will personally connect those questions with the Truptish. Thank you.
Namaste everyone. Thank you for joining for this wonderful global yoga festival conducted by the Indica Yoga. So today's class is all about Vinyasa class. The Vinyasa, the method is coming from Sri Krishnamacharya, Pattabhi and everyone. But I'm not going to conduct the Ashtanga Vinyasa or Vinyasa series. I'm breaking down the asanas, and we are going to see the step by step, the few asanas, how to practice. Now, during this session is for beginners and practitioners also. I'll be giving you the different method of sun salutation, the like beginner, intermediate, and advanced. For 6 rounds, we'll do the sun salutation. So I request you, if you have any back problems, knee problems, shoulder, neck, please take care. Just modify. If you feel exhausted, just stop, take a breath, take it easy. It is just to explore this method. So we are going to start the class. Again, if you want, you can have blocks. Please put on your mats. You can have a bottle of water, a towel if it is necessary. So around 40-45 minutes, we'll be practicing this. Then there will be Shavasana. After Shavasana, you are most welcome to ask the questions if you have any, as Omkarji mentioned. So I'll take 1 or 2 minutes to arrange everything. So I'll also request you, please put on your mat and let's begin. So let us start from the sitting position. I request all of you, please be seated in any comfortable position. Cross leg, or if you want to have a cushion, please go ahead, whichever is necessary, so you can have the cushion. Then sit straight. Keep your both hands upon your knees. Gently close your eyes. Let us tune ourselves with our breath, with our body. Smoothly and deeply inhale and exhale. Let it go, all the tensions and worries from the body and from the mind. Full yogic breathing. Inhale, bulge out your belly, expand your chest. Exhale, contract your chest, belly in. Bring your palms in Namaste. Connect with your heart chakra. Let us take a moment to invoke the blessings of all great yoga teachers, yoga masters. May our practice be fruitful. May our teachers bless us with the knowledge. Let us chant one Om together. Inhale deeply. Smoothly open your eyes. We are going to do a few, let's movement of the body, the warming up exercise. I hope you can see me. I think it's perfect. So you are in the cross leg. Place your both palms on the knee. So let's go for spine movement. So I'll be turning a little bit so it will be easy for you. So round your back, drop your head down, then slowly lift your chest, open your chest, look up. Again, round your back, go down, lift your head up, look up. Again with breathing, exhale, go down. Inhale, open your chest. One more time. Exhale, down. Inhale, head up. Good. Now from there, let's go for side movement. Now slowly move towards your right side and left side. Free movement. Breathe spontaneously. No holding of the breath. Good. Now come to the center. Let's go for circulation of the body. Now please fold forward and slowly move towards your right side. Gently come back towards your left and to the front. Again to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the front. Inhale up. Exhale to the front. Good. The same practice. Reverse. Left, back, right and front. Left, back, right and front. Okay. Come to the center. Now sitting straight, spine is active. Let's go for a twisting. So bring your right palm to the left knee. Hold your left knee with your right palm. Left palm back. Straight to the spine. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, twist from the navel. Look back. Complete. Twist from your lumbar, from your navel, and look back. Breathe. Few times. Deep breathing. Good. Slowly release. Now left palm to your right knee. Lift your chest up with inhalation. Exhale. Twist. Gently close your eyes. Connect with your body, especially the twisting. Nice. Now gently release. Come to the front. Now we go for Marjarashvasa. So come upon your palms, upon your knees. Place your palms down. You can point your toes or you can tuck your toes. That's fine. So from here, as you inhale, roll your shoulders back, open your chest, round your lower back, arch your lower back. As you exhale, bring your chin to chest, lift your spine up completely. Again, inhale, open your chest. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Two more times with complete awareness. Please continue. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. From there, press your palms, stretch your toes, come to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Slightly bend at your right knee. Then bend your left knee, make your right leg straight. Bend your right knee, make it straight, and bend your left knee. Good. Now slowly start walking front towards your palms as much as possible. Keep your legs straight. From there, scroll your spine, vertebra by vertebra, slowly come up. That's wonderful. Just two more exercises for our hips. So separate your feet, hip width apart. Bring your palms upon your hips. Now let's go for circulation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Now slowly reverse. Same practice. Reverse. Activating our ball and socket joints from the hips. Activating our abdominal organs, our rib cage, our lungs. Nice. Come to the center. Now spread your feet a little more apart at the shoulder level. Good. Now bring your hands connecting to each other. The middle finger is connecting to each other in front of the chest. Let's go for twisting, the simple one. Now twist towards your right side, towards your left, right, left, continue. Gently come to the center. Just drop your head down, chin to chest, and slowly lift your head up. Head down, and head up. Come to the center. Look towards your right shoulder. Come back. Look towards your left shoulder. Right. And left. Good. Now, usually in the tradition of Vinyasa, there is no exercises. The sun salutation, Surya Namaskara itself used for warming up the body and bring the flexibility. But most of us, we are starting in the morning in European countries, so we are doing all these things. Otherwise, if you are a practitioner, there is no need of the exercise. Sun salutation is the better one. Now, we are going to practice Surya Namaskara A in 3 versions. First one is completely beginner version. So there is no chaturanga or jumping back. Please, I request you to follow my lead. I request you to come to the front of the mat. Let's meet on the front of the mat. Feet together, align your knees, pull your belly in, roll the shoulders, proud chest, looking front. If you are already practicing sound breathing, Ujjayi sound breathing, you can continue. Otherwise, normal breathing. Breathe deeply, connect with Mother Earth. Okay, so let's begin with the beginner version of Surya Namaskara. Now from there, from Tadasana, slowly lift your arms up toward the ceiling, look up. Now slightly bend your knee, release your arms by the side, come down, you can bend your knee, head down. Now lift your head up, come upon your fingertips, lengthen your spine. Now from there, slowly walk back, no jumping, walk back. Bend your knees and stretch back like Balasana, stretch back. Now from there, press your palms, tuck your toes, come to Adho Mukha Svanasana. From here, we breathe for 5 breaths. 1, hold the position. It's too much for you, you can bend your knee in between. 3, 4, 5. Now look front, gently walk front, step by step. Come upon your fingertips, lengthen your spine, again bend your knee, head down. Now suck the belly in, core is strong, lift your arms up, palms down to Tadasana, Samasthiti. Now with breathing, inhale, arms up, exhale, fold forward, head down. Inhale, head up. Exhale, walk back to higher plank. Inhale and exhale, stretch back. Inhale and exhale, come to downward facing dog. 5 breath. Inhale and exhale, ekam. Please hold the position. Dve. Just press your entire palm, roll the shoulders, suck the belly in, try to press the heels on the floor. Chatwari. Pancha. Nice. Inhale, walk front, head up. Exhale, head down, you can bend your knee. Inhale, come up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Now, intermediate portion, going to Chaturanga. If you are not comfortable, as we did, you can stretch back. From Samasthiti, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, head up. Exhale, walk back. Go to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. 1. Hold. Concentrate on the shoulder, on the elbow. Maybe you are putting a lot of weight on the shoulder. You can slightly bend your knees and try to push the seat bones toward the ceiling. So it will release the weight from the arms. Active core. 4, 5. Now slowly come forward, walk front head up. Again, exhale, head down. Inhale, arms up toward the ceiling, look up. Exhale, Samasthiti. The 4th round. Ekam, inhale, arms up. Dve, exhale, head down. Trini, inhale, head up. Chatvari, exhale, Chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Shat, exhale, Adho Mukha. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bravo. Inhale, Sapta, walk from there. Astau, exhale, head down. Nava, inhale, arms. Exhale, Samasthiti. The next 2 rounds for the practitioner with the jumping back and jumping front. But take your time, no need to push the body. Inhale, Urdhva Tadasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hold. If you are comfortable, slightly bring your chin to chest and look towards your navel. Drishti, the gazing point toward the navel. Hold. Trini. Chatvari. Pancha. Now look forward. Inhale, bend your knee, jump forward. Urdhva Uttanasana, head up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Tadasana. Exhale, Samasthiti. Last time. Ekam, inhale. Dve, exhale. Trini, inhale. Chatvari, Chaturanga. Pancha, inhale. Shat, exhale. Inhale and exhale. 1. Active arms, active legs. Concentrate on the back of the leg. You should not feel any pain back of the knee. If there is something, you can bend your knee to the mat. Or you can slightly bend and push the hips up toward the ceiling. Chatvari. Pancha. Very good. Now Sapta, inhale, jump or walk front head up. Astau, exhale, head down. Nava, inhale, arms up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Good. Now slightly spread your feet, close your eyes, palms are facing front. Just recollect the changes in the body. You may feel warmness because of the blood flow, increased heart rate. Breathe smoothly, relax. Very nice. Now, with vinyasas, we'll go for the asana practice. So first we'll start with the forward fold. This asana is very good for internal organs. It provides the blood flow to the head. But if you have any vertigo issue or back problem, please take it easy throughout the practice. Okay, so let us start again. In the Samasthiti, stand straight. Now from there, bring your arms up to the ceiling. Release your arms, fold forward. Inhale, head up. Now exhale, walk back. Now you can go to Chaturanga or you can stretch back, both are fine. Now come to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Nice. Now from there, slowly walk front in between your palms. Then spread your feet hip width apart. Good. Now from there, slightly bend your knee. Connect your belly and chest toward the thighs. Grab the back of the ankle. Roll the shoulders back. Lift your chest. Now without disconnecting your belly, keep on pushing your belly up and bring your head down. Hold. You can keep your knee bent. No need to worry, but do not disconnect. Good. 1. If you are comfortable, you can look towards the tip of the nose when you are down. 2. Enjoy the blood flow towards the head. 3. 4. 5. Wonderful, bravo. Bring your feet together, connect your feet, bend your knee, place your palms down, slowly walk back. If you are comfortable, go to Chaturanga Dandasana, then look up. Urdhva Mukha. Again, head down, Adho Mukha. From there, we will go for Anjaneyasana. Take your right foot forward in between the palms. Now gently bring your left knee on the floor. You can stretch your toes, push like low lunge. Completely push. Bring your palms in Namaste. Then slowly lift. If you have any knee issue, be careful. You can keep it straight. Lift and look up. Hold. If it is palms together is difficult, separate your palms. Hold. 2. 3. Breathe deeply. If you are comfortable, look up. Drishti, Hastamula, base of the palms. 4. 5. Bravo. Inhale, palms down. Exhale, go to Adho Mukha Svanasana, down facing up. 1 deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now same practice, other side. Bring your left foot forward, right knee softly on the mat. Stretch your toes. Palms in Namaste. Lift your arms up toward the ceiling, lengthening the spine. If you are already practicing, you can slightly bend back. Otherwise, I will not recommend. Keep your spine straight, balancing and looking up toward the base of the palms. 2. Activate your belly, your core, suck it in. Try to lift from the side of the ribcage up toward the ceiling. Keep your legs active. Chatwari. Pancha. Good. Inhale, palms down. Exhale. If possible, go to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. 1 deep breath. Nice. Let's go for Ardha Hanumanasana. From here, bring your right foot forward, left knee on the mat as we did before. Slowly stretch back, lift your toes, look toward the toes. You can bend your knee, your right knee is fine. Hold, connect your belly to the thigh. It will give extreme stretching on the back of the right leg. So be careful with the hamstrings and back of the knee and the calf. So you can slightly bend the knee. Chatwari. Pancha. Wonderful. Inhale, bring your right foot forward. Exhale, going to Adho Mukha for 1 deep breath. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee softly on the floor. Then connecting the belly to the thigh, slowly stretch back. Look towards your left big toe. Otherwise, look down toward the mat. 2. This asana is very good for preventing all the blood vessels problem. So it will promote the blood flow in the back of the leg, activate the lower belly. 4. 5. Wonderful. Inhale, come to the front. Exhale, release your left leg if possible. Go to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Swana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Swana. Good. Going to the Virabhadrasana 2. So turn your left foot. Bring your right foot forward. Please come up. Good. Now please watch me here. My right leg is facing forward. Left foot is facing front like this, not turned in or turned out. Now from there, lift your arms at the shoulder level. Now slowly bend at your right knee. Now once you bend, look down that your knee and your ankle there in one line. If you want, you can shuffle with the foot to bring the pelvic floor down to the mat. Hold. Drishti moves toward the tip of the right middle finger. Hasta grab. Breathe. Concentrate. 2, 3, 4, 5. Wonderful. Inhale, palms down, lift your left hip, come down. Exhale to Adho Mukha. One deep breath. Good. Now bring your left foot forward. Again, come up. Align yourself. Lift your arms at the shoulder level. Bend at your left knee. Now track your tailbone. Bring your ribcage back, looking towards the tip of the left middle finger. Hold. Breathe. Ekam. Now just watch your body. Maybe you are going like Superman or Superwoman from that. Hold. Look towards your back of the arm. Keep it active. Breathe. Chatvari. Pancha. Wonderful. Inhale, palms down. If possible, Chaturanga or stretch back. Exhale. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Good. Now one hip opener. Bring your right leg forward. Turn your right foot to the front and come up like me. Good. So spread your legs as much as possible. How much? If your wrist and ankle are aligned, this much. Now from there, bring your palms behind your back and interlace your fingers. Prasarita C. Roll the shoulders. Inhale, lift your chest. As you exhale, slowly start folding forward. Simultaneously, bring your arms behind your head towards the mat. Hold. If you have any shoulder issue, be careful. Pull the belly in, activate your legs. If it is too much on the knee or on the hamstring, you can slightly bend your knee. But activate your core and stretch your arms back. 3 knee. Chatvari. Pancha. Wonderful. Slowly lift your head up. Inhale. Turn your right foot. Bring your palms down. Exhale. Go to Chaturanga. Inhale. Urdhva Mukha. Exhale. Adho Mukha. Now from there, slowly bend your knees to the mat. Good. It's really hot here. I'm in Goa and it's really hot. Okay. Now from here, we'll go to Dandasana, sitting position. Now we'll start the sitting practice. So for this, you can jump through or you can just sit down. So please watch with the beginning portion. So bend our knees and we gently cross and we come down. That's fine. Otherwise, just sit down and straighten your legs. Good. Now, people sometimes think the beginning positions are very easy. No, it's very challenging actually, and which will promote the next series of asanas. So Dandasana is the first asana to commence the other asanas. So watch your outer edge of the feet, try to roll them out. Tip of the toes, they are facing up. Kneecaps are active, thigh muscles are active. Then roll the shoulder, place your palms down. Now lift your chest. If possible, slightly drop your head down. You can look towards your tip of the nose and breathe. Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari, Pancha. Wonderful. Now from there, slowly lift your head up. Now lift your arms up toward the ceiling completely, lengthening the spine, lengthen. Now slowly start folding forward. If it is coming too much on the back of the leg, slightly bend your knee. It's okay, but hold here for 2 breaths. Hold. Ekam. Dve. Good. Now gently hold the outer edge of the feet for Paschimottanasana. If you want, you can slightly bend your knee. That's perfect. Try to push from the belly. Push the belly toward the thighs, then the chest down, then the head down. Hold. Now close your eyes in this pose. Concentrate on the internal organs of the belly. This asana is very good to improve the digestion, which prevents the back problem. If someone is having the back problem, they have to bend the knee, practice slowly, Trini, hold. Pancha, perfect. From there, lift your head up, lengthen your arms, come up, slowly release, come back. Now, going to Chaturanga, if you are comfortable, you can practice with me. From there, cross your legs. So heels are coming to the buttock, knees towards the chest. Place your palms to the front as a beginner version. Walk back, elbows in, go down, suck your belly in, roll your toes, look up. Again, head down. Now from there, look forward, bend your knees, cross your legs, come back. Wonderful. Now from there, I'll just start to show. We go for side bending to activate our side, our kidneys especially, and our lungs. So Parivritta Janu Shirshasana. So from Dandasana, bend at your right knee and bring it back. Good. Now your right heel is connected with the right groin. Toes are facing towards the inner thighs. So you create a wide angle from there. If possible, grab your left big toe with your index and middle finger, or you can hold the ankle. Open your chest completely as much as possible toward the ceiling. Then release your arm up above your ear, hold and breathe. If you're already practicing, you can go to complete pose, otherwise hold and breathe. Urdhva Drishti, looking up toward the ceiling. Ekam. Dve. Feel the nice stretching at the right side of the body, activating our kidneys, which are located in the lower rib cage. Chatvari. Pancha. Wonderful. From there, with grace, inhale, stretch completely, come back. Exhale, release your right leg to the front. Same practice. Other side, bend at your left knee. So, bring your left heel to the left groin. Keep your right leg active. Grab your right big toe or your right ankle. Release your left arm over your left ear. Stretch completely, like someone is pulling you completely towards the wall. Good. If possible, go down or hold. Turn your head and look up. Ekam. These all asanas are connected with the nadis and the chakras. It is certainly the subtle body and the physical body, which is connected with the blood circulation and with the organs. 4. 5. Wonderful. From there, again, with grace. Do not just come back. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Left and come up. Exhale, release your left leg. If possible, you go for mini vinyasa. Crossing the legs, placing the palms front, and walking back. Going to Chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha. Adho Mukha. From there, bend your knee, look forward, suck your belly. Hop, cross, come down. Excellent. Okay. Stretch your legs forward. Now from there, we'll go for one twisting. Very simple one, simple twisting. Now Vakrasana, bend at your right knee. I'm bending my left knee for the video. Bend at your right knee. Bring your right arm back. Lift your left arm up. Hook it completely. Lift and twist from the navel. Your left leg is active. Look back. Breathe. Coming. You can look back or you can close your eyes. Concentrate on the internal organs of the belly. Wait. Feel a nice churning sensation in your intestines, liver, pancreas. Chatvari. Pancha. Wonderful. Now slowly turn your head to the front. Release your leg. We'll go to the other side, left side. So bend at your left knee. Place your left arm back straight to the spine on the floor. We are not leaning back. If you lean back, there is no benefit. So keep it straight and active. Lift your right arm up. Twist and hook it completely to the left thigh. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, twist. Both seat bones are connected to the mat. Again, close your eyes. Bring your attention towards your spine, especially from the sacrum, lumbar, and thoracic spine, the torso. Enjoy the nice twisting, activating our central nervous system with the twisting. If someone has back pain, take care. Menstruation, take care. Pregnancy, there is no question of twisting of this asana. One more deep breath. Good. Now slowly turn your head to front. Release your legs back to Dandasana. Wonderful. One more vinyasa with me. Okay, let's go. Cross your legs. Press your palms. Slowly walk back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Svana. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Again, look front, bend your knee, cross your legs, come front. Good. Let's go for half boat position. Slightly lean back, roll the shoulders, proud chest. Suck the belly in, active core. Lift your legs halfway, release your arms by the side. And look front towards your toes. Hold. Ekam. Dve. Maybe your weight is shifting toward the sacrum or toward the lumbar. Open your chest, push your ribcage forward front. Hold. Chatvari. Pancha. Bravo. Slowly release. Now next, we will go for one arm balance pose. If you have any wrist problem, please avoid this. Now, it's called as Kakasana, the crowd pose. If you are not comfortable to do this pose, just go to Malasana. Sit like this, lifting the chest up. You can stay and you can hold. Otherwise, get into Malasana first. Squat, bring the elbows out, press your triceps towards your shin. Like that, so that your knee is out, it is not connected. Good, knee is out, so sit, breathe. Few deep breaths. Wonderful. From there, without disconnecting the arm, without disconnecting the elbow, release your palms to the front. Little more front. Good. Now from there, lift your heels. Bring your weight towards the front. Lift your belly. And slowly start lifting one leg at a time. Maybe you are comfortable with one leg, that's fine. Good. Careful, do not fall forward, just one. In between, you can come back again, get in, or sit in Malasana. 2. Active core, suck your perineum, almost symbolically Mula Bandha. Suck your perineum, suck your belly. 4. One more. 5. Excellent. Slowly come down. Yeah, I have a divine eye. I can see everyone. Everyone did great. Thank you. So let's go for Chaturanga. Just walk back from there. Urdhva Mukha. Adho Mukha. Good. Again, looking forward, crossing the leg. And from there, straighten your legs. Gently lay down on the back. So you go for one leg bridge position. Bend at your knees. So your knee and ankle they are aligned. Feet are hip width apart. Roll your shoulders, suck your belly in. Lift your pelvis up completely. Lift, lift, lift. If you are comfortable, bring your palms underneath your hips. If you have any back problem, please hold lower. Then from there, bend your right knee towards your chest and make it straight. Hold your right leg up. 5 breaths. Ekam. Dve. Breathe smoothly and spontaneously. 3. Chatvari. Pancha. Nice. Bend at your right knee, right foot down. Still arms are down. Now lift your left leg up toward the ceiling. Concentrate with the asana. Ekam. Dve. Feel the opening up of your chest, your ribcage. This asana is very good to prevent any breathing problem, especially this is a boon for the asthmatic people or people who really want to breathe. Especially this COVID time, these asanas are helpful. Chatvari. Pancha. Get it slowly release. Straighten your legs. Last asana, then we'll go for Shavasana. So to balance everything, we'll go for Sarvangasana, just Sarvangasana for 7 breaths. So you are in the lying down position. Bend your knees. Now slowly push and come up. Roll your shoulders and hold. If it is too much for you, you can support your buttocks and hold. Breathe. Ekam. Hold the position. Dve. Trini. Chatvari. Pancha. Shat. Sapta. Good. From there, slowly roll your spine, come down, release your legs down, and please lay down in the Shavasana for another 3 minutes. Close your eyes. Drop your entire body on the mat. Eyes are smoothly closed. Once scan your body from toes to head. Be aware of lower part of the body. Your lower part of the body from toes to hip joints. Relax. Your both legs completely relax. Gently bring your attention towards your spine and back muscles. Relax your spine vertebra by vertebra from tailbone to neck. Be aware of your belly, the internal organs of the belly. Visualize them. Relax them one by one. Intestines, stomach, pancreas, liver, everything. Whole digestive system completely relax. Be aware of your chest and rib cage. Relax your chest and rib cage. Feel your heart beats. Enjoy your rhythmic heartbeats. Feel your arms from fingertips to shoulder joints completely relax. Both arms totally relax. Relax your neck muscles. Back of the head, which is touching to the floor. Feel that point of back of the head, relax it. Relax your face. Have a beautiful smile upon your face. Relax the cheeks. Right eyeball, left eyeball. Eyebrows and eyebrow center, the third eye. Totally relax. Relax your forehead. Top of the head, Sahasrara chakra, completely relax. Feel your entire body from toes to head. Enjoy the relaxation, calmness in the mind. Let us maintain these positive qualities throughout our activities. To vibrate our nervous system, we will chant one Om together. Inhale deeply. Relax. Smoothly move your toes, your fingers. Place your legs together. Gently turn towards your right side. With closed eyes, slowly come to sitting position. Sit comfortably in any meditative pose. Bring your palms in Namaste, connect with your heart chakra. Let us be thankful to our body. Let us be thankful to Mother Earth. Let us be thankful to all great yoga masters. We'll chant one Om and three Shantis separately. Please inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently rub your palms to each other, produce the warmness. Make a cup shape and cover your eyes. Head down, release your palms down. A couple of blinks, gently open your eyes. And slowly lift your head up. Namaste to everyone. Thank you so much for attending the class. I hope everyone is fine. So if you have any question, Omkarji is here, so you can ask for the questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Truptish.
Thank you.
There are many questions. The first question is by Mr. The question is this, that this is from Mr. Ajay, that this is from Mr. Ashok, that asking that can you explain a bit about the vinyasa, and this he's continuing with the question asking that how can elderly people practice the vinyasa? Is it possible for them? Can they do the vinyasa practice?
Yes. So vinyasa, in short and brief, this words. Vinyasa means visheshena nyasa, means keep putting something in a specific way. So in yoga, what we did the practice, what is it putting together? Is putting the breath, the body, and the drishti, the gazing point. So it comes together in advanced practice, the bandhas also included. So the Visheshena Nyasa particularly join all these things in the practice. Okay. Now we have to think that what about Hatha style, like just standing in practice, or in Iyengarji style? Is there any vinyasa? Of course. What vinyasa means? It is combining the body, breath, and drishti, or mind, and bandhas and everything. So whoever specifically joins it and get benefit, it's also called as vinyasa. But this is a particular method which is found by Sri Krishnamacharya. The elderly people, it depends. Omkarji, I think you also know with your experience, it depends that if elderly people, they are beginners, then of course, it's anyone. Beginners also in the young age is difficult for vinyasa style. But if they're practitioner, then you can cut down some of that chaturangas or like a lot of pushing, but you can give the momentary in between and they can practice. If they're beginners, the elderly people, it is better not to do. It's better they need to move, like what we learned in yoga therapy, a lot of sukshma vayama and simple asanas on the chair, it will give them many benefits.
Okay. There is a question that the question is by Smita ji. She's asking that can you suggest some vinyasa for the beginners? Is there any specific standardized vinyasa for the beginners?
Yeah, so the beginners is majorly about the Surya Namaskara initially, because there is we did today only Surya Namaskara A, there is a B version also. So if anyone dedicatedly practice Surya Namaskara, itself it will become, if you practice A and B, it will take around 15 minutes if you practice. That is the basic need to activate the muscles, to improve the flexibility, to improve the breath capacity. Apart from that, they can use a very simple asanas like Vrikshasana, like forward fold, Virabhadrasana, those asanas where they can improve. Once the person gets the improvement, automatically body adopts the asana. What is the mistake? What we will do? We see so many in social media or somewhere. We want to push our body to get into the pose. We are not preparing our body get into the pose. So this one with the basic things, like I can say Surya Namaskara. I can tell anyone for 21 days, whoever practices Surya Namaskara, few basic asanas, they can get tremendous benefit.
Wonderful. Thank you. Melinda is asking, can you please repeat the vigraha of the vinyasa which you told? The word vinyasas, vigraha.
Okay. Visheshena Nyasa.
Visheshena Nyasa.
Yes.
Okay. There are wonderful feedbacks for the today's class. Everybody is experiencing it's a very effortless and easy, and they are feeling really good with the practice. Many are motivated with the practice. There is one more question which I wanted to ask you personally, is that you have found a new approach towards the yoga. So can you please explain a bit about it, or to just be in a specific about your oil yoga, the approach, what you are, the details about it. Will be a wonderful all of us to know about it.
Yes. Thank you so much, Omkar, for asking this question. Actually, this is like I didn't found it. It came to me. This is the concept. The oil yoga is called as Sneha Yoga in Sanskrit. To understand easily, it is in oil yoga the name. It's a combination of Ayurveda concept and practice of asana. Now, presently, I'm not saying that with my practice, I'm not saying that it can activate Kundalini or something. I'm not saying that one. But for sure, it will bring a positive health, positive mindset for the human being. So it is like taking the concept of Abhyanga, the massage from Ayurveda, and oil, the specific oil from Ayurveda, and combining with asanas in specific way. For example, the practitioner will take like particular oil, maybe coconut oil or something, and they do self-abhyanga. There is a method to do like 15 minutes self massage, guided massage. Then they will do the first series of Sneha Yoga, oil yoga. The first series is dedicated to Rakta Shuddhi. Our body is alive because of the breath and majorly because of the blood flow, because the blood will carry all the food and everything. So it will promote the blood flow, which will promote all the organs, which is including in the circulatory system, which will activate and it will make them healthy. So blood circulation will be improved and person will get a good health. That is the first series of Sneha or oil yoga. Second series is Anga Samskara, activating all the muscles, all the joints, the spine, the nervous system. That is the second one. The third one is Pranotkarsha, where we really do the holding the breath, kumbhakas, bandhas and everything. Still I'm practicing that. I have not concluded that series. So like this is the oil yoga is simply for the best health, to get the best health. Because if someone gets the best health, then we know, so Swami Vivekananda, everyone is saying, do not neglect the body. So to improve the strength, health of the body, stability of the mind, stability of the emotion, this oil yoga really helps.
Wonderful, wonderful to know. There is a question about the Surya Namaskara where Samhita ji is asking that is there any specific reason that we do Surya Namaskara at the sunrise or sunset time, and does it make any difference? You know, are the benefits differs if you do sunrise or sunset times, different time?
Yes, of course. See, our whole biological clock is connected with the movement of the sun, moon, and the planets. So our body is made of 5 elements. So the sun is the energy which brings the life to the earth or to the body. So in that time, when we do the sun salutation in sunrise time or Brahmi Muhurta around 3:30 or 4 o'clock, which that is the time where right and left hemisphere, they are composed. Ida and Pingala Nadi, they are composed, they are working very nicely. The mind is very calm. So the benefit is more. Physical, mental, spiritual, whatever we call is more. It doesn't mean after that there is no benefit. Yes, of course, there is a physical benefit, but that is the specific time where everything comes together. So which with the rays, 12 rays of sun, like Dwadashanam also, we have 12 rounds, that's why we do. So all these things bring the equilibrium, the health. It's better to do, especially early in the morning, because late in the evening, that's fine, in the sunset time also. But morning, there is no food inside. We have excreted taken out all the mala, mutra and everything. So body is pure, body is empty like a vessel, where prana can flow more easily. So that's why morning time is precious.
Okay. Thank you so much. There is a next question where by Dharmeshwaran ji, he's asking that for this, if anybody is having cervical spondylitis and all, can they do this Vinyasa Surya Namaskaras, or do you have any suggestions for them? Like any preparatory practice or anything?
Yes, the cervical spondylitis and everything, even though we have learned with the yoga therapy, but still we are not the doctors. That I cannot give like just the answer, okay, you can do it. No, it's better to go and consult a physiotherapist or yoga therapist first and take their opinion and their guidance. then of course, see, one of the byproduct of real yoga practice is the health. The health is not a major thing about yoga. People have misunderstood that. But anyway, now we are looking about the health. So for the health, it's better to consult and take the whatever the exercise. But for sure, with my experience and Omkarji's experience, we have seen miracles in Prashanti Kutiram. That when we were working, the people really having all the problems in 1 month, they have come out with simple yogic techniques. So I request whoever asked, please, maybe you can go to Prashanti Kutiram, Jigani, or you can consult Omkarji or any yoga therapist. Then please proceed.
Thank you. One last question for now, though
Yes.
we are getting continuous questions, but as we are restricted with the time frame, the last question is this, that what, if anybody is having let me just rephrase it. So this is by Dr. Jay Prakash, that anybody is practicing vinyasa, or if they want to practice as a new person, so he's asking, is it okay to practice vinyasa in a hot room? He has specifically mentioned the style of the Vikram yoga. Is it recommended to do the practices, because vinyasas are sometimes intense practices? So
no, I really tell that, especially vinyasa practice. Sorry, I never practice hot yoga, but I'm telling you the vinyasa practice, that it should not be done in really cold atmosphere outside or the hot atmosphere. It should be room temperature. You're now here in room temperature, but you can see that everything is wet. Within 5 rounds of Surya Namaskara and you will get 1000% of hot yoga. The body will activate. So that's why it's better to practice in the room temperature. It's better to avoid fan. It's better to avoid air condition, and keep the ventilation. The air is passing around 22 to 30, 34, 32. It's fine. But I request you, please don't practice vinyasa style in hot room. But you may practice other things. Yes.
I remember the guidelines given in Hatha Yoga Pradipika about the sadhana, hermitage and all. Good. Thank you so much, Truptish. It's really wonderful. If anybody wants to contact with Truptish, if you want to repeat the today's session, you can also follow us on the Indica Yoga. We are also there on the YouTube. We are also there on the Instagram, Facebook. And if you have any questions regarding oil yoga, we have mentioned the Truptish's website of oil yoga. He is the most calm and very patient person as a yoga teacher. He'll explain you everything with an extreme detail. So you can all contact with Truptish. Truptish, really thankful. Wonderful to know that you are back in India. I was other day thinking about it, but good, you are safe.
Thank you so much.
Can I request the Indica team for the today evening sessions detail?
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for everyone. Tip for this opportunity. Nice to meet you. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Truptish ji, we would still want you to be here and share a tip for practice at the end.
Okay.
Any suggestion, any guideline that you would want to give to people. But before that, we'll make an announcement of the next session.
Sure.
Srinivas ji, can you please present us the poster of the evening session? This evening, we have a session on meditation, yoga, and the brain by Dr. Frederick Travis. Frederick Travis is one of the foremost researchers in the area of confluence of yoga and cognitive studies. He is the director of Center for Brain, Consciousness, and Cognition at Maharishi International University, the name in the field of yoga and cognitive research. So we invite you all to join us for this session and make the most of it. And as Anuradha ji mentioned yesterday, if each one of you could invite at least 1 or 2 people to join us in this and make the benefit out of it, we will be highly grateful to each one of you. So look forward to see you all in the evening. And I now hand it over to Truptish to share us his advice, the final advice as we conclude the session.
Okay. So when I started the practice, it has been like 20 years. There were not that much of the social media. Now, most of the practitioners, when I see, when they come to the course or they are confused, or they want to go in different ways, or they want to do some asanas, that's it. So my humble request, if you want to really get the benefit of yoga practice, stick into the basics, stick into something solid, like one module or something, practice regularly. If you practice 2 to 3 months, you will have wonderful result. In my body also, some of accident happened before and everything. I got many benefit by practicing dedicatedly, following something very solid. I request you, please do not go here and there and take something and mix it everything, and it may harm your body. So go to a good teacher and practice and get benefit. Thank you so much.
That's wonderfully said. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.